I had just arrived in theater when the discussions about that were going on, and in my opinion, the exploitation enterprise, which is what I was involved in, wasn't functioning very well. There was a lot of infighting among elements. The position I was in had actually been left vacated for a number of months. So it wasn't, in my opinion, a very smooth, effective machine. So I think one of the most significant things for me was getting in there, trying to reestablish communications, establish some structure, get concurrence from the other elements that were there doing the same thing, and trying to work to build that enterprise so that it actually provided some intelligence value to the folks that needed it. And then with the surge, expanding from the number of teams we had to be able to cover all the additional units that were coming in was a significant challenge. But I think we were able to do that. So, I mean, I'm very proud of what the folks that worked for me and I were able to do in that period in Iraq. In Afghanistan, it was a very different story, right? Because the war had occurred there, and then all the emphasis had shifted to Iraq. So there was a very small footprint left in Afghanistan when I arrived. And I kind of liken it to the Wild West, you know, because in Iraq, in order to go outside the wire to leave the forward operating base, you basically had to have two what they call up-armored Humvees with 50 caliber machine guns, and everyone had to be in complete body armor, protected with a weapon, and there had to be, you know, 4 people in each vehicle, 5 people in each vehicle with a gunner. It was a very robust kind of movement. You had to have 2 vehicles in order to go outside the wire. When I got to Afghanistan, it was very off the cuff. If you had one up-armored SUV, a commercial SUV, with 2 rifles, the guy would just kind of wave you off the base. So it was very much kind of the Wild West and off the cuff, trying to get things done. Moving from place to place, we basically internally planned when we would go to different FOBs and how we would get there, because most of the airlift was in Iraq, so there was very little in Afghanistan at the time. So you took the ring route in order to get from Bagram Air Base to the capital in Kabul.